Hi and welcome back. In this video, we're gonna do some time range here based on your start time and the desired interval that you want. Again, using the List.Generate in Power Query. So as you can see, we have inputs here, two tables, the time and then the interval. So let's load this in the Power Query. Let's start with the time. Select any of your data, go to Data tab, and then you can see from table range, and then rename that as the start time, and then make a connection, close and load to, only create connection, okay. Now let's load the interval, select any of your data again from table range, and then rename that as time interval, and then make a connection again, close and load to, only create connection, okay. Now let's create the list. So in the data tab, get data from other sources, blank query. And before anything else, let's rename it as the time. This will be our output later on. So equal sign, List.Generate. And then let's have this function sign, a goto sign. And then we're going to use two variables here. First one is A, which will start with 1. And then comma B, which will be equal to the start time. But in the meantime, I'm going to use 1 for easy reference. Close square bracket, comma, then the condition will be, again, each of the item will be a variable a that is less than or equal to, we're gonna create a time here, so 24 hours multiplied by the minutes, 60, and then we're gonna divide it with the time interval, let's say 30 minutes in this example. Let's hard code it 30 minutes, and that's it. Now the result of this function will be either a whole number or a decimal, like 1.1, 1.2. So if that's the case, we're going to use Number.RoundUp so that it will add another row when needed. So round up, close it, that's it. Now comma, we're going to declare the next function. So each of the item, so in square bracket again, a will be equal to a variable plus 1. That's going to be for the row, adding 1 rows at a time. And then b will be equal to the b variable plus the desired time interval. In this case, we're going to use, we're going to convert the number into a time, which is 1 is equal to 24 hours. So we're going to divide it into 24 hours and also divide it into minutes because our input is in minutes. So divide 24, divide 60, and then once we got that, we will multiply it with the time interval, which is 30 minutes again. And that's it, close square bracket, and then comma, each, the starting point will be always equal to b, but whatever is the value of b. So that's it, that's the list. Enter, and there we have it. Start with 1 because we inputted 1 here. So let's arrange our formula. So a will be equal to a, b will be equal to the start time here. Start time, time column, row 0, or the first row. So let's rename that. Start time table in square bracket time, and then the row will be 0. Okay, so that's it. We started at this number, which is also the start time here. Okay, now let's change the 30 minutes here, and that will be the time interval, interval column, and then row 0, first column. Let's go back to time, and let's replace that. Time interval table, and then interval column, and then row 0. And then let's copy this one, this reference here. So let's copy that up to the curly bracket here, Control C, and then replace the other 30 minutes here, Control B, that's it, enter. And that's it. Now we're going to use List.Buffer because if it requires a lot of rows, it can help us to load it faster. So wrap it all with List.Buffer. Okay, close it, and then enter. That's it. Now let's convert it into table. So right click the list to table, and then okay. Now that we have that, let's check it first. Let's first convert it into time. So time format. Okay, there are errors here, so we're gonna fix that. So let's remove the change type here, and then let's add column for that and apply if statement. So I'm gonna add column and then custom column, and let's call it the start time. And in here, we're gonna have if the column 1 here is less than 1, then that will be column 1, else column 1 minus 1. The reason is that we wanted to make it as a number that is acceptable to be converted into a time format. When you check it like that, that's gonna be it. That's okay now. Let's remove again the change type. We're gonna replace that later on. So the next thing is to add the end time here, which will be the value of the next row. So we're going to do the usual trick, which is adding an index column here, which will start from 0. Okay, and then let's add another column, and then we're going to have this table. The table will be the last step that we have, the added custom. So in hashtag double quote added custom, and then in that table, we're going to refer that into the start time column in square bracket. And then the rows will be the index column plus 1. And then OK. So that's it. It reference to the next row. Except the last row because no more rows that is applicable for that. So we're going to fix that. We're going to use try and otherwise. So go back to the formula. Let's try this formula and then copy all of it, Control C, and then otherwise paste that formula, but replace the rows, remove the plus 1. We're going to do the index, remain at the index, but we're going to add the time interval in number format. So we're going to do, again, 1 divided by the 24 hours divided by the 60 minutes. So we're going to do that. 460 multiplied by the time interval. So time interval table, again, interval column, and then row 0. And then, okay. So that's it. So that's correct now, but there are instances that that last row can be more than 1 again, just like the start time. So we're going to add column for that and apply again the if statement, the same that we apply with the start time. So add custom column. Let's rename that. Let's call it the end time. And we're going to apply if custom, this column, custom column is less than 1, then retain the custom, else custom minus 1. Okay, so that's it. That's okay now. Let's remove the helper columns, column 1, index, and custom. Right click, remove columns. And then format it into time. So choose the time in that icon. Okay. So that's it. 48 rows, interval of 30 minutes. That's what we have. So let's load it, close and load to. Let's use our existing worksheet and our output cell here. Okay. Now let's check it. Let's start with 12 midnight, 12 a.m. And then we're going to have 126 minutes. When we go to data and refresh all, that's it. We're going to have this interval, but the end time will be 112 because 11:06 to 112, that's going to be 126 minutes total. So let's check it again. Let's start with like 8:48 p.m. this time. And an interval of 1 minute. Let's check it, refresh. It's gonna take few seconds because of the rows, but because we use List.Buffer, it's gonna make it faster. Okay, that's already loaded, 1 minute. Okay, let's check the last part. Okay, it's gonna end at 8:48 again. So that's it. I'm finished. I'm done. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button and see you next time, and thanks.